So a skeptic of mediumship and Reiki and all this stuff was asked me, like, how do you do it? And how do you know that it's real to somebody who is questioning your ability to be like do mediumship and like hear somebody who has left the physical realm and are communicating in some other like clairvoyant, clairaudient way? And the answer is that it feels like I can turn like a radio station to almost a dial, and then I can hear like these voices. But I felt this moment of like almost like a frustration coming from their end, and I thought about it. I'm like, what is that? And it feels like, and maybe I'm projecting, but it feels like there's almost like this, and I've felt that before with another student in my class in the prison, because I've done a little bit of this there. And there was like this anger of like, prove to me that you can fucking do what you say that you can do. And there's this like anger behind it. And I remember like the feeling of being like kind of defensive, like the ego in me is like, hey, but then like also finding that funny, because it's like, it's not me. I'm just setting up the circumstances in which my body is able to be used in this way. And like, I can't control it. Like I can control being ready, but as far as like the message is coming through, I can't get it. I have to receive it. So and it's making me like choke up, because it's beautiful that I'm like realizing this. And it's such a relief, because in these moments, I'm just like looking at them like, I can't bring your person back to life. I can't, no matter what, I cannot do that. But I can give you like the faith that it's possible to communicate with them. And I'm just giving you a little sample of what's possible for you to do. My goal is not to have people relying on me to be able to communicate to their loved ones. My goal is to impart as much as I can with each person I come in contact with, so that they are able to connect to that person that they love, that they lost. Because why the fuck are we here? It's to love, and like, it isn't until we lose something that love is just like so clear of like how strong it really was. So I say all this to say, test me. Fucking test me. Prepare. Book a session with me. I'm expensive. I'm not cheap. First time you meet with me, it's $250. From then on, $350 at least. Unless I've been working with you for like 10 years. You get a few discounts. And then if you're my brother, I'll give you a discount too. But other than that, this is how much anyway, it doesn't even matter. The point is, part of the reason I charge that is that, one, it enables me to refill my cup after these sessions, because I need a massage, I need to like take time to go in water, I need a sauna, all that stuff. But it also, it reflects your commitment. And this isn't a one-time thing. This is, once we connect, we're actually connected. So what you do matters more to me after we do Reiki together than before you did Reiki, to be honest. So I want to see that you are willing to take this energy that I give, or not even give, but like channel through me. And I want you to be disciplined about cultivating it and continuing to come back to connecting to your intuition, because that's like your power. That's like the God inside of you. And oftentimes it seems that it isn't until we reach a rock bottom, or whether it's an addiction or the death of a loved one, that, trying to think if there's anything else, that's kind of what it feels like. The two biggest things I come into contact with are those kind of losses. But like the loss of control, of like the feeling of control, and then a loss of a loved one in the physical form. But I say that all to say, my goal is to help you be able to connect to your loved ones, because that's why I'm doing this to begin with, is so I can communicate with my mom. That's why this all started. She died, and I was on the floor in my Brooklyn apartment crying, and I must have said a prayer. I didn't verbally say it because I didn't pray or didn't believe in any of that, but I remember being on my knees on my floor crying. I don't think I was like pounding the floor, but I definitely, my hand was on the floor and I was like praying mentally. Like, teach me how to communicate to mom, like, so that I can be able to connect to her. And so it felt like if whoever I was speaking to when I said that, if I was going to speak to that and demand something or ask for something, then when they told me directions, I felt like if I want what I just asked for, then they know more than me, and I've got to listen. And so that's when I started meditating. I started meditating for 4 minutes a day for 2 weeks straight. That was my commitment. And I thought if it doesn't change anything, then I'm moving on to the next thing. I don't know how I'm going to figure it out, but I'll start going through the religions and see what scratches the itch or answers the prayer. But it was meditation, so that's why I teach it and that's why I do it. I still meditate every day. If I don't, I missed it for a couple days the last week as I wasn't staying home, and I was sleeping next to somebody who was dying, and I was out of sorts for sure. So I came right back to the practice, and so that's my story. That's basically my story in 6.5 minutes. Still trying to figure it out, but I will say that I hope whoever's watching this, that you feel from watching this, I hope that you feel less alone. That's what I hope. All right, I love you. Peace.